This is much like No Time to Die. Overdue. Yeah, right? This is supposed to be Dr. No. In the book, Dr. No, basically his organs are reversed and his heart's on the right side of his body.
Okay.
And that matters because Madeline shoots him on the left side of the body in the heart, which should have been a fatal wound.
Yep, just the left side. Nowhere else.
Everywhere. Let me be clear. I peppered that man.
Huh, I wonder what that noise was.
Probably nothing. Let's keep running harder.
No, let's
No,
stop.
we should stop and investigate.
Let's investigate with our stompiest footsteps.
This reminds me of that scene from Jurassic World, but good, because this movie's good and that movie was bad.
I've actually never seen a Jurassic Park film beyond the first one.
That's fine. You should not adjust your worldview. Wow, I can't believe I'm 20 years older and somewhere else.
You okay?
What?
Can you go faster?
I'm on a cliff.
Honey, we're on a switchback. That would be ill-advised. This intro, I think, beat The World Is Not Enough for the longest cold open for a Bond film.
Fair. It's one of the longest Bond films. I think it's the longest, actually.
It is.
Yeah, it's 2 hours and
Absolutely.
45 minutes long.
Which is funny because Craig also holds the shortest Bond film.
Does he? Which
Which
one?
one's the shortest?
Quantum of Solace. I believe it's an hour 45.
Huh.
You know, that movie feels like an hour 40.
When you give Craig more runtime, the movie's better.
Yes, I agree with
That's
that.
how that works.
Except I think Spectre is also like the second longest.
I'd like to amend my statement.
So why do you fuck with your shirt on?
They're not fucking, they're just canoodling all night. Because that's what adults do.
He's canoodled down to the base.
Damn right. That's as far down as he goes.
Do you put the balls in too?
Yeah, of course. Gotta keep them warm.
Is this one better or is Casino Royale better? Now, I want to point out that Casino Royale might be better because it was directed by Martin Campbell, the director
Of GoldenEye, yeah, nothing else.
Green Lantern.
No.
The Green Lantern, the most overrated Bond film.
Martin Campbell made Bond successful again twice, and Green Lantern successful 0 times.
So badly that they haven't touched Green Lantern in over 10 years.
I don't like to talk about it. She has her shirt off now. Why not during the canoodling?
Do you sleep with your shirt on?
No. I also don't fuck with my shirt on. Neither of those things correlate.
He's about to canoodle in a full suit.
I would.
Shirt, sex, shirt, bed, shirt,
You're wearing a shirt
Sex?
right now.
It's because I have to be out.
Bed.
I only sleep on the floor.
Interacting with a female.
Interacting.
Buongiorno.
The name is Giorno. Bond Giorno. An octopus.
Wait a second.
So Spectre put that there and waited for Bond to notice that and pick it up and look at it and go before blowing him up.
The Lannisters send their regards.
A bomb.
They wanted the style points specifically to do that.
Yeah. Listen, if you're going to kill someone, you better do it flashy. You're going to jail either way. That's one of the best parts of this whole scene. When he hides behind the little square. That is one thing this movie does the best out of every Daniel Craig movie. This one is the best soundtrack.
You're right. Letting go is hard.
So from her point of view, Bond left. It's been like an hour, and he comes back, and he looks like he has been actively exploded in a cartoon.
Make sure you upload the JPEG of our logo when you hack into her phone, otherwise she won't know what's happening.
James! James! Do something! James!
Whatever happened to that pug that Dame Judi Dench gave me? Do I still have that? Oh, it's so good.
You know why it's so good? Because it built to it properly.
It does, dude. There is tension.
And it pays off.
And he parks like a cool guy. He looks so dirty.
He has been exploded recently.
It's like he's been in a coal mine for 43 hours. I like this song a
Albert
lot.
R. Broccoli, Ian Fleming's, James
This song
Bond's.
grew on me.
This song is great for the opening, not good on its own.
I agree 100%.
That's what a Bond song needs to be.
I can't recreationally listen to this.
No, it needs to be good on its own too, because like View to a Kill, that opening bumps.
I'm not a fan of most of the opening songs. I'm not gonna lie.
I think that's firmly established at this point in the BondThon.
that the songs aren't good.
Living Daylights by Aha, Great song.
Live and Let Die, beggar.
Oh, super banger. Another Way to Die from Quantum of Solace.
Oh my God, banger alert.
Mega fucking banger.
Skyfall, banger. I will say this. You know what?
Oh, this opening is like the Casino Royale opening. Interesting.
Yeah, I think they're working their way.
They
through,
do
like,
through all of them, yeah.
Interesting. I like that a lot.
I even like You Know My Name from Casino Royale. It bangs. I know the singer's not the strongest, but like
I don't like most of them, which is really sad because I want to like them. Because the intro scenes are always really cool.
Transferring the files as we speak. Now it's done.
I'm really glad they didn't do like the slow download thing in this movie. You know how in some movies it's like, no, we don't have enough time, and the download's going at like 1%, even though these are like modern computers.
oh yeah.
That shit's fucking awful. It takes like maybe 3 seconds to transfer over 5 gigs of shit.
Double authentication.
Which one?
Him.
Hardy, don't let them. Don't let them, please.
Oh, just kidding. It was her. Haha.
Look at how fat his suit is.
It's puffed up with extra air.
To hold all the sexy.
Really fucking sick, by the way.
Yeah, it is. Good gadgets that I could actually believe exist in the real world.
Couch
Couch door. Woo! We cheered in the theater.
We did.
We did.
It was important.
It was a great day.
It's like Ice Cube said. There's a couch door on screen. Today is a good day.
Mama made breakfast with no hog, saw a couch door on TV.
Does that imply that every other day of Ice Cube's life he's eating a hog for breakfast?
Yeah, a whole pig. You want to know why I love these movies? You already know why. Because there are so many trapdoors and gadgets.
Well, isn't this a surprise, Felix?
James?
You mean the best character in the whole movie, Felix? Oh, I'm so sad.
This sucks because I love this movie, but I've watched Felix fucking die twice in a row, and now I have to watch him die a third time.
There's no time for that.
I have a contact there. Says they're gathering.
I have a contact there. He's directly next to me. He kills me later on in the film. He's a fucking bastard.
Need I ride?
Sure, why not?
I like how it's really obvious that she sabotaged the car so she could do this, but James is too horny to realize that.
I would also be too horny to care if Lashana Lynch was like, need a ride?
Ana de Armas looks at me. I am already pantsless. I know you and Ben Affleck have not been together. In fact, I think he is married.
He's
again.
married, no.
Oh,
So-
she's on the table is what I'm hearing for you, Ian.
Doesn't even need to be on the table. Floor. I do not care.
I'm 007. You probably thought they'd retire it.
It's not a fucking hockey jersey. We don't retire those.
So I've always interpreted it as like Lashana Lynch's character, 007, wants Bond to care about it,
Yeah.
wants him to be agitated, and he doesn't, or he isn't, because, like he says, it's just a number. So every time she brings it up, it's because she's trying to goad him into caring. And I really like that because it kind of shows how insecure Lashana Lynch's character is about his presence. Because he is this, like, legendary double agent. Or double O, sorry, not double agent.
He could be a double agent if
He
he wants
probably
to.
will be a double agent.
He's like this every day.
Why is the camera feed so poor?
You really think they're British?
That's right. They don't believe in frame rates.
They don't believe in frame rate. They're in a record heat wave. It's probably fucking up the cameras. The cinematography's fucking gorgeous. The lighting, like everything about this movie is fucking phenomenal.
Notice how Bond's in an area of blue and
She was in an area of orange. 'Cause
Orange.
She's hot.
Do you think Jeffrey Epstein would be an Spectre?
No, because I don't know if Spectres are pedophiles or not.
I mean, why wouldn't they be? They already do all the other bad things. Dual wield! The asymmetrical dual wield. I love it.
Counts.
Look at her go. Look at her go. And then the fucking clock.
Bang!
Oh my
Bam!
god.
Oh, she's so good,
Yeah,
dude.
this is the best one.
She's literally in the film for like 5 minutes and steals the fucking show.
Still gonna need that car. Salute.
Salah.
Let's go!
You know what the best part is?
This.
The
Theme.
fact that this is not the best action sequence in the movie. If this was in like any other Bond movie, this would be the best fight sequence.
Let's go! Come on.
Smacked him on the ass.
Nice little smack.
Get him motivated.
The funny thing is, this might be the saddest death in the film.
I think it is.
If this movie were made just a few years later, The third act would involve a bunch of like crackly portals, and Connery walks through, and Dalton walks through, and they all bond together.
Connery's fucking dead.
It's CGI.
And they go, "It's Bond in time," and they bond all over those guys.
And then Safin turns into a Bond and they Bond fight.
I had a lot of respect for Leiter.
Always helped me start fires. Now I have to go back to matches.
Thank you.
Fucking clutch. I'll bet you in real life he fucking missed, and they just wiped it when he walked by the frame.
They hired the Dude Perfect guys for that one scene.
Into the sandbox.
My God, there's a torrented copy of No Time to Die on here. Our hot quality content recording again.
Is this Morbius?
Obrachev is working for someone who managed to kill all of Spectre.
Not all of them.
There's only like a couple dozen dudes in Spectre, and yet they caused 5 movies worth of problems.
You're very attractive for a psychotherapist.
That's a weird thing to say.
Only ugly people are interested in helping others.
You know what the funniest thing in the entire world is? British politics. There's gonna be like 3 more prime ministers between now and when the Queen dies. That woman is never dying.
She outlived Betty White. She won.
She outlived everybody. More like Logan Ass. Fuck you. Fuck this guy. If I ever saw this guy in real life, I'd say nothing because he's bigger than me. I'd be very mad on the inside.
If Bond does anything weird in there, you'll be doing me a huge favour, so don't make it too easy for him, okay? Okay.
Bond is always doing weird things.
Yeah.
That's kind of his MO.
He walks in the room, immediately gets stabbed. What?
It's why he evades death at least once per film, because he's fucking weird.
I'm not entirely convinced Bond is human. He might be like an SCP or something. I love the tiny cart that he's in. Like,
he pulls up in the Professor X wheelchair. Damn, Q with the dual monitor setup. And by dual, I mean like 800.
If you know who I represent and work for, we have an opportunity for you.
999999999, because his thumb did not change where he was tapping on the phone.
I have loved you,
Since we met in the last film.
and I do not regret a single moment of my life that led me to you.
Especially not the ball whipping.
I actually wish Mads was here still.
If there was anything I could say to him, it would be harder.
Come on, can't you see the baby on board sticker? Those guys suck.
They were remarkably easily dispatched.
Imagine fighting a helicopter. You lose automatically because you're not a helicopter.
Alright guys, let's all wait in the forest until he drives down this road after having tossed those other 2 off their sides.
What is the best fight in this film? I feel like it's got to be the final fight on the island.
It's the emotional fight in his head, Mud. That's the best fight of all.
I mean, yeah, this is some great
No,
character
it's the
work.
part where he fucking shoots the guy with the car and he spins around in a donut. It's fucking, oh.
That's the best scene in the film for sure.
It's a fight. They're fighting with bullets.
So fucking cool.
You know, other films had boats that are planes. This is a plane that's a submarine.
That's sick.
That means it can go both above and below the water.
Just the way God intended.
What are you doing? You cannot explode laboratory.
I can do whatever the fuck I want. Is your name James Bond?
Why don't you come up and we can talk about it?
Did he 3D scan his mask to get that, like, immaculate design for his screensaver?
As we all know, Spectre and also Spectre's villains all like marketing a lot.
We both eradicate people to make the world a better place.
This is the only issue that I really have with the movie. There's no good leap from his awesomely established character in the first 2 acts to I'm just going to kill shitloads of people without that context. Like, I don't see that through narrative.
I follow. I also don't like a scene that's coming up, but I will talk about it when it happens. But you raise a good point. He does kind of go full megalomania.
That's kind of
out left field.
This is insane to say, but that's like literally the only issue I have with the movie.
Yeah, that's fair.
Like
it's pretty airtight.
I've been pretty damn silent. I fucking love No Time to Die.
Acting's good, cinematography's good, soundtrack's good, plot's good.
Yep.
I think it's just they needed to raise the stakes. You know what I mean?
The stakes are fine.
Because the plot's kind of over at this point.
No, there's still a threat. I just wish we had a good establishment why this threat is happening.
That's
because,
true.
You know, he's just not. You know, not.
I think it's honestly with how dangerous Heracles is, the even without the express thing of him saying like, oh, I'm going to fucking kill everyone, they could be like, hey, so you're going to destroy it now. And he's going to be like, why would I? I could end all wars. Like, you know, that kind of like villain is the hero from his own perspective.
Yep.
He's like, let's say tomorrow, you know, Russia invades Ukraine or something crazy that would not happen in the year 2020.
Yeah. Yep.
I could dispatch this to Russia and have Putin dead tomorrow.
Yep.
Like, tell me why that's not a good thing. You know, and James can't really argue that, but it's still like...
Right. But what you just said was not Rami Malek's plan.
This is my problem with the movie. He literally just lets her go.
If you don't want my protection, then...
It was bait.
I guess, but he literally just lets her fuck off and wander away.
Well, I mean, how much trouble could a child possibly get into? I say as the movie continues and she gets into a lot of trouble.
She does. Just the way he's like, if you don't want my protection, you can walk away. And then she does. And he's like, all right, fair enough. You know, I've completed this negotiation with an 8-year-old.
Someone actually hit him.
Wow, someone actually hit him.
Well, now he's prone. Imagine missing a guy in a prone position.
It was the unload.
Yep.
As he
He
should.
emptied the rest of what was in there, probably.
Bang, bang, bang.
Because he shot him a couple times as well. And those guns have 6, because she shot 3 times, she shot 3 times, and it was empty.
You have made the most beautiful thing I have ever seen. Because she came from you.
But also me, because, you know, equally as proud.
I am so proud of my balls.
Just want to point that out here, that I and my charm have made it through. You're just a vessel, really, a conduit, as it were.
All right, calm down, the Supreme Court.
It's not funny.
He gets blown to smithereens. How is it not
funny?
Gone!
Reduced
to atoms.
He really gets fucking pulverized.
There's no body left.
Oh my god. It's not fucking fun. It's like, this is what would happen if any country launched nukes. I'd drive straight to the doorstep of MIT, and this is what it would look like. Like, POV. Russia launched nukes at us, and me just standing on the steps of MIT.
All right, so I want to toss this out there. When Q said they will be there in 9 minutes, I brought up a stopwatch. And admittedly, it took me a minute to bring it up. 8 minutes and 17 seconds, which I'm pretty sure it took me about 40 seconds to get it out.
Damn.
Yep. Love when movies do that, because they called out a time.
Damn.
I like when movies do it, and then they're like, we have 1 minute, and then 37 minutes later, it's been 1 minute.
So, to get things kicked off, I just want to say that the amount of minutes the missiles took to get there is my score. This is...
8 minutes and 30 seconds.
Yeah, 8... That's it. That's the one.
My score is 8 minutes out of 10.
You're damn right. No, it's...
Wait, where are we? I'm so confused. Where's the title card?
9 out of 10. This is the second best Bond, I'm happy to say. I think Casino is just a hair better. Just a hair. Casino and this are the 2 best, hands down.
Damn, bro.
Cannot convince me otherwise. These are the best 2 Bonds.
You're fully correct, except you got the order wrong. They're both 10s, and this movie is fucking phenomenal because it pays off every single thing for 4 films, adds new things, has the best cinematography, has the best soundtrack, has the best new characters, has the best action. Everything about this film, barring not Dr. No's little
Dr. Not.
Yes. His little leap in logic that you can still kind of see because he's probably batshit at this point and has all the power in the world, whatever. It's just a great time through and through, and it has the moments of fun in it.
It does. It has some banger humor. Despite the bleak tone, this is the funniest one of Craig's.
Yeah.
So let me tell you the story of your father. There's 6 different versions of him. So in the 1960s...
He was replaced, but then got unreplaced twice.
This is easily one of the best Bond films.
Mm-hmm.
The BondThon ends strong.
For now.
Like you guys said, great action, great cinematography, great directing, great acting, great script. I don't care about Dr. Knott's Little Leap in Love. Well, who cares? Whatever. Fucking fine. Still a great villain. I have to side with Jake that Casino Royale is superior for one reason.
I can fully understand because it's also the second best
for
one.
one reason, which is if you were to be speaking to someone and they were like, I really want to watch a James Bond movie, you can pop on Casino Royale and they will understand perfectly what's going on.
Yep. This movie does have a lot
This
of moving
movie is
parts.
strong, but it builds it builds on the rest of the series.
Sure.
You don't ever start somebody on movie 7 of the MCU.
Yeah,
you know, that's Thor the Dark World.
You don't begin
don't
with
start them there.
Endgame. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mud, what's really humorous is that number 7, I believe, is Iron Man 3.
Fuck. Yeah, you don't start at Iron Man 3. You don't. You do not
That's because
start-
it has 3 in it.
The one drawback of the Craig movies is it is one long cohesive story.
But the one big good thing about the Craig movies is it's one long cohesive story.
Yeah, it's a negative and a positive because the other Bonds, literally every other Bond, you can just pop in at any point and just be like, whatever.
For the same 2 reasons are positive and negative. They're positive because you can just pick one at random, but they're negative in the sense that there's no overarching character growth.
Yep.
You know?
Mm-hmm.
So they don't feel like the same character every time.
No, it feels like the same character every time.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And it's like, what about the growth that you went through in the last film?
No, get rid of it.
You know, it works, at least in the Connery era, it works because he's, like we've talked about, he's kind of a support in his own films.
It reminds me of
he's got like a
old-
flat character arc.
Really old serialized television. Like, you know, a lot of sitcoms is how I think of the James Bond series. Where, like, by the end of the episode, the plot lines are all resolved. Just move on to the next one. You
The
know?
characters don't actually start to grow till like season 8 when they're out of ideas.
Right, exactly. Where they got to jump some sharks.
And all of a sudden, everyone's getting married, and it's like,
Yeah.
bro, it's been 6 seasons of the will they, won't they. Now all of a sudden, they've dated and gotten married. What the fuck?
Yep.
Yeah.
Straight up.
So that is the Bond-thon.
Did you say 9, by the way?
I said 9. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Who's the next Bond?
Can I be completely honest?
Yeah.
I do not give a fuck who the next Bond is.
I have a better question. What do they do with Bond?
They make it more humorous because they did a shift to
No, I
darker.
don't want funny Bond.
No. They make it more in the tone and style of, like, say, Kingsman or the MCU or something, where it's more fun. Like, this is fun, don't get me wrong. But now that we've had, like, the ultra bleak Bond era, which lasted 20 fucking years, it's now time for a shift.
I
And
don't want an MCU-esque comedy Bond. It'll be garbage.
it depends how they do it. Depends how they do it. If they have terrible writing, then it's going to be bad. But if they have a good writer, it might not.
So, Ian, what are you thinking for Bond going forward?
Well, I would like something a little bit more akin to the Dalton era, where it is a mix of both that is excellently done, but leaning a little bit more towards the lighter side.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have to do Batman Bonds like they did here, like Nolan Batman Bonds like they did here.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to lie, an MCU Bond would be 30-40. It'd be like 80% comedy,
I'm not
60,
thinking that. I'm
70%,
thinking more
but
along the lines of, like, Kingsman, but less parody. You know what I mean?
That'd be cool. Like,
That's what I'm thinking here.
but that's action Bond again.
Well, every Bond has action.
No, but Kingsman, you're not looking at Kingsman for the plot. You're looking at
No,
Kingsman
but I'm
for
invested in
the
those
action.
characters, and I want to see what happens next. You know
So
what
I
mean?
wouldn't dislike a Kingsman style thing, but I really like what we got with this.
Me too, but I think this time is over. We've had 5 of it. We've had most of my lifetime with the Craig being Bond. That's
Yeah.
great, all well and good.
And before that, we had Pierce Brosnan.
I feel like if the next one, this reboot, is in, like, a similar tone and style, I'd be like, why? You just did this. Like, you know,
yeah, but
switch
they
it
also
up.
made $1 billion.
At once.
Yeah.
Once in the middle, for some reason.
This movie would have made a lot more money.
It would have
granted,
made more,
without-
but it made a lot. It
It
did
did.
make quite a bit. It didn't make much here. It made a lot overseas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah. So in any case, I'm very excited for Bond moving forward, which I think is the main question here. I am so excited to see what they do, and I don't want them to rush. You know, a lot of franchises, a lot of
Well,
IPs.
they're not.
Yeah,
they're always
Broccoli
like-
even said, like, she's taking her time with
Right.
deciding where they go next.
You look at, like, Sony, they legally have to make a Spider-Man or they lose the rights every single fucking time.